Just monitoring my CPU utilization and waiting for the stream to come up on my second system. But I think we should be alright. I'm not obviously now at stock RAM and all that, but at least my CPU is going up to more than 1 point something gigahertz. It's always nice. Just gonna reselect the high performance power plan just in case that helps me out a little bit on these stock settings. Seems to. I don't know, maybe I have to repaste the CPU or something. It's kind of weird how it seems to be thermal throttling. So I'm going to try the video again, but because people were so patient with me last time, but still were complaining about the noise, I'm going to start it off at a very low audio level and just slowly increase it, and then once somebody complains, hey Marius, we're about to watch a video. All right, let's do Kingpin. So this is from 2010. How does that sound? My levels are looking very reasonable, but you be the judges. Cool. Alright. I am seeing my mic spike up higher than the video, but I don't trust these levels in OBS anymore, so if you tell me it's good, that's good. Now, the only thing I still see, which is, yes, the mic is still mono. That's what I was just about to say. Maybe like a driver limitation or something. Okay, I'm gonna drop the video a tiny bit because I've seen that said twice now that it's basically loud. Not I'm not as loud as it. Alright, what other videos do we have here? Roboclocker, I'm sure everybody has seen. Ah, Giga is always nice. Stereo for a split second. So, okay. I'm gonna leave it at this now. What I've done basically is just duplicated myself onto both channels, which is not pure stereo.
Doing some overclocking on this board, and it is the Z77X UP7. This board, we saw at Computex, it wasn't quite ready. Now it is. It's going to be shipping really soon.
I've also dropped the video a tiny bit, so I think we should be good.
Has an orange theme, as you can see. That means that it's an overclocking board. It has a lot of features on here that have just been introduced to that are for overclockers, extreme overclockers. It's designed to offer very high-end performance, especially for those that are looking to break records. High Cookie here.
I'm going to save this profile for sure.
So
thanks for sticking with me.
To the block now, and that's going to drop the temperature down. You can see Gigabyte U EFI BIOS here. At the moment, I
wish I could do something about the delay. What I actually need to do is just get a headset with a long enough cable to run it into my streaming PC.
188. Yeah. Okay.
Because this is good for monitoring the quality of the stream, but it's really disorientating to hear myself twice, like an echo.
What makes it a good overclocking motherboard?
Okay, the first is CPU power, because we use the IR, A-phase, the digital PWM, and also drive the 6
CPU power.
MOSFET. So totally we have a 32 phase on this UP7, and in theory they can deliver near to 2000 amps. So if you times 2 volt, they will give you near to 4000 watts.
This is C77, isn't it?
I noticed this slot here is black.
Yes.
Does this slot do something special?
Sure, yeah. Because this
No
black
world
slot
record,
is
no
the,
eat.
The PCI is direct from the CPU, so it will reduce the latency if you just want to do the single car.
That's because it bypasses the PLX bridge, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think it's important to remember that this board is, I guess it's kind of like a Formula One car. Every little piece of performance you can get.
That's an interesting feature, actually.
This is important when it comes to breaking world records. What are some?
I wonder who
features
the
of
guy
the
is who's
board?
talking.
Because those two main
I
features.
think
like
it's the UP7, yeah.
Like a 4-way PLX and additional black slots, also the 32 phase. So make this board need to be 10 there. So this board is only one Z77. They have a 10 there PCB.
10-layer PCB.
Yes.
Weird placement on the
and on the button corner,
boot code
you can see
display,
we
though,
have a
to have that at the
LED
very
here.
bottom and then have the buttons on
Here
the
have
very
two
top right.
switch. The first one is for the switch to the main BIOS or backup BIOS. So you can use this switch to switch which one BIOS you want to use. And then the other one is to disable
Oh, the typical dual bias crap
function.
that Gigabyte has.
Sometimes you don't want to use the second BIOS to call up the main BIOS, so you can disable it. Okay.
Cool. And overclocking buttons here as well. Power button.
Yes.
This is.
I wonder will we ever have
Yes,
these
then
buttons
we
again
have
on the
module
PCB.
for the checking
Seems
the
like a bit of
voltage.
a
And here we have
cost-saving,
OC touch.
space-saving thing to get rid of them.
You can real-time change the multiplier even in the OS.
Because
and the
Gigabyte
BIOS.
doesn't really
And
have like a
those three
raw
buttons
connect kind of thing.
To adjust the bit clock, so you can push the buttons to get up the bit clock frequency. And also gear.
Yeah, they look
They
nice,
have
but
a gear function
I don't think the
is
manufacturers
make
like
it to
putting them on
switch
boards
the
anymore.
1 megahertz or 0.1
At least on
megahertz.
Asus, they've been replaced with,
And the
you know, something
memory speeds
arguably
we
kind of
want
better
to
in a way.
achieve on this board.
Right now we are focused on the stability, like taking down the breakers. So we need to make sure this board can very stable with a 2800 Cas9 or Cas8.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very good. Okay, so we're still at. We had High Cookie talking too much. We're still at -20, but it should drop. The temperature should drop pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, because
Oh no, okay. The BIOS will only go to -20.
yeah, because the BIOS the temperature is from the CPU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we have the actual temperature.
That's an
here.
interesting temperature gauge.
It's around. Oh, it's dropping really quickly. You can see here. So if this is Celsius, of course, we're getting close. Who doesn't like LN2 smoke?
Yes. And as soon we are here, the LN2 gonna be very loud.
Love that
Once it
smoke.
approaches
Can't wait to
the
see some more of that
-160,
smoke when next
it'll
time I
be
get
very
LN2.
loud.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to hear it on camera now. Let me move back so I think you can put more in there. Camera's having a hard time focusing.
Yes.
Okay, no,
But it's not
And
only
then
OC panel
in the
Velcro,
corner
like
we have
there's
a small
RG
switch
Connect as
called
well.
LN2
So people
mode.
have choices on Asus.
Is
On
helping
Giga we
to,
don't get anything anymore,
like
really.
in the benchmark, and you wanted to quickly drop the frequency to get the screenshot, and then you can go back like right now in the BIOS is 4.2 gigahertz, right?
So if you switch, okay, let's have a look. So now it's 4.2, and if you change this, now it's dropped to 1.78, and this is just to maintain stability to grab a screenshot.
Yes.
And I know that's important because, well, you need to prove. Sometimes you need to prove the result, and sometimes at overclocking
So
competitions
a
and stuff,
slow mode that's
Yeah.
called
You need to
LN2
provide
mode,
a
that's
screenshot.
confusing to me.
Yeah.
I don't get
so
that.
now we're at. Well,
Hopefully
okay,
they
we're
don't
at
have a
180.
second switch on
You
there.
said 185, 188,
188, yeah.
188. That's the temperature.
Like if
I'm
LN2
going
mode,
for.
like the voltages
Well,
is
this has done some
a jumper
pre-testing
thing,
before.
and slow mode
Adding
is
some
a
more LN2
is a
here.
switch,
Yes.
then I'd be
Now
okay with
I
it.
need
But if they're
to
both switches, then
Rush,
that's just
a
the
little
most
bit
confusing
more
thing in the
feedback.
world.
Okay.
Give it to the 110. Then I go to the OS to adjust the CPU
So
frequency.
fine tune. So you've said
Yeah.
you set the B clock to 110 in the BIOS, and now you'll do the rest of the overclocking in
Yes.
Windows.
Yes.
Okay. So hi Cookie, what's happening now? We've got into Windows. What are you trying to do now?
Yes. Right now, attack is for the 7.1 gigahertz, and now the CPU temperature is reached to the minus 188 degree.
Mhm.
You can see here.
Yep.
And before I reach the 7.1, I switched to LN2 mode.
Gotta have those
to enable,
RGB
because
fans, you know.
I don't want to
Otherwise, you can't LN2 overclock.
generate too much heat before I get to the 7.1.
So right now you're just sort of focusing on the overclocking.
Yes.
Now, if you hit 7.1 gigahertz, that would be a world record, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The previous one's 7090.
Okay.
Okay. So it's very easy. I just open the CPU here.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna quickly switch the LN2 mode.
Okay. So at the moment we're at 1.8 gigahertz. Okay. Okay. So just very briefly, we saw that we hit 7.1 gigahertz on the upcoming Gigabyte Z77X EP7. Hope you've enjoyed this video and come back again soon for more video content from Tweaktown.
Oh, Tweak Town or whatever. All right, okay, that's our YouTube part done today. Just wanted to give that a go. All right, no more headset. Unless somebody asks me to watch a particular video, I take requests. All right, so what I was getting at earlier was our 6800K, not the Intel one, not the X99 one. And if somebody can tell me if there's a way to reseal these or something, and that I'm being excited about nothing, then please tell me. But as far as I can see, this is new in box. How old is this CPU? And it's fucking new in box. It's sealed, right? See? Hold on. There. I'm putting my finger in it. It's not... It doesn't look like it's sealed. It's actually sealed. Alright, so I'm open to theories about how this person that I've bought this CPU from has sealed it again. But I think it's just new in box. I think this person just thought they were gonna be overclocking it and didn't. Of course, I'm using the least sharp implement I have. Okay, let's go for this. Hold on. Ugh, I can't really pan this camera. I need more cameras. All right. True overclocker fashion, I'm using a screwdriver to open up a box. Alright. This CPU has been lingering in its box for far too long. Where did the video come from? I can send you a link, or I can just put it in the where did the video come from? The video is just okay, let's put it this way. Here's the video in case you had any doubts. My chat box is not in the right place, is it? Okay, now I can see stuff. Unopened EP45T, nice. This CPU came from the OCAU forums, I think. Yes. Yes, oh, hold on. It's an eBay buy. It's an eBay buy. It was the chip that... I was talking about it for a while. It was the chip that was for pickup in Melbourne. But then the guy decided it was okay to ship it. Yeah, here we go. Just completely new in box. Just like... It's crazy. Not sure I've ever seen a stock cooler for these either. So this is the stock cooler for an APU. It's just... I don't know, what's the TDP on these things? Batch number. All right, you're testing my eyesight here. 1413. If it's still the same scheme as Ryzen, it's 1413. So 13th week of 2014 is what I'm reading here, and it's PNS, so should be semi decent. You actually know these batch numbers. PNS is the like the locations it was made in. All right, so there we go. You won't be seeing this on stream ever again in terms of, you know, somebody actually unboxing a new Inbox 6800K. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put together the system now. So hopefully you can still hear me. Piledriver based. Okay, so what do you mean in terms of early weeks? I mean, was 2014 the only production year for Piledriver? Just gonna chuck the Hyper 212 Evo on here for now. Gotta connect the keyboard. Oh God. Mouse will be useful. Okay, 1327. '66 postcode. All right, that's a post. I've just got to quickly add my capture card here. Obviously, with the system completely shut down, I couldn't really get my capture card going. Of course, it's not being recognized at all. I have an output here though. All right, gotta reconnect that. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. I just thought it was worth it to unbox on stream, and clearly when there's no chip in my board I can't pre-test my capture device. No fire yet. Yeah, okay. Something to look forward to, I suppose. Oh, here we go. That's interesting. Usually it's the other way around. Usually if you mess with the capture device while it's running, you have to like restart your stream. Now it's the opposite. I messed with it to actually fix it. Okay. So anything after week 30 of any year is bad. I just don't get it. Like, were people just getting so excited about getting close to Christmas or something? I get if how should I put it? If like the chips started good and went bad, that makes sense. Like, I think Haswell E was a little bit like that. But for it to be good at the beginning of a year, then bad at the end of the year, then good at the beginning of the next year, and then bad again, I just wonder, was it just, I don't know. That seems really weird. Like, almost as if the raw materials for the chips came from a particular supplier the first 6 months of the year and another supplier for the other 6 months, or something weird like that. Okay, time for some APU overclocking. No, I do not want to exit. No, I don't want to tune the fan either. All right. It's always not that hard to distinguish left from right, except when you're me. Okay, we're obviously going manual here. So here they call it APU frequency, and it's not really, is it? I mean, even for Ryzen in Turbo V, they call it APU frequency, where it makes even less sense because there's not even an iGPU. But here they call it APU frequency, but it's still kind of like the BCLK. Oh, we have a 2400 strap. That's quite interesting. So stock is a 41. Yeah, it's BCLK, but like, why are they calling it APU frequency? I am assuming GPU boost is like just a lame. Ah, okay. Wow, all the way down to 1.9 gigahertz. Let's leave it on auto for now. Now, well, we're not going to be using 666 on Sammy. Oh, of course there's no, because Asus. Alright. Oh god, I don't remember my Sammy timings. 9, 12, 12, auto. No, let's go one command rate. Okay, that will do for now. It's mainly to just get going on the chip. So I wonder whether VAID is a thing. I have a VAID of 1.287. That's interesting. A lot of things are interesting, I have to say. I think this is an IDE Windows 7 install, actually. Offset for voltage, no, we want manual, of course. DRAM, we want to go Sammy. Oh, hold on, this can kill the chip, can it? That's right. Maybe that's why people use Sammy cold. Alright, let's go 1.7. I don't think 1.7 is in any way harmful. So there's a second APU. Oh, okay. Okay, let's save that for now. Yes, exactly. That's how I do things. CPU fan error. Okay, I couldn't be fucked moving that around. Look, it's 2 o'clock at night. Give me a bit of slack here. Okay, fan speed monitor. Oh, we're on the optional. Well, I couldn't give a shit. I'm just gonna ignore it. Save the profile. try the other strap. What's the worst that can happen? It's 2 a.m. here as well. I thought out in the countryside you had your own time, you know, like they used to do it in the 1800s. Just come on, CPU fan error. Like, you know, every town would be sort of 6 minutes ahead of the other one. I thought that's how it worked. And also, you're very nocturnal. You don't live like you don't. Your cycle in your day isn't the same as mine. Yeah, and every time you look over, I'm still messing up. Look, yeah. What can I say? Ooh, we have extreme load line calibration. By the way, the Zenith Extreme now has 12 levels of load line calibration after the new Agisa. It's completely insane. It used to be 1 to 8, and then they added to 10, and then they added -1 and -2 as well. I assume Asus engineers were just high when they were doing that. I just don't know why else they would do that, but there you go. That's the Zenith Extreme. Of course, we want all the current capability in the world. VRAM spread spectrum is off. I ignored the optional fan and I left the CPU fan on. Well done. Well done, Unity. Really on the right track here. Okay, I'm gonna go for a boot now. PBO. Maybe. Maybe. That actually makes some sort of sense. You can't really see the postcode there, can you? Eh. No, that looks like it's gonna post. And I forgot to download the GPU driver, which is sort of important. FM2 ITX board, isn't that the gigabyte that New Life always rants and raves about? So let's at least get GPU Z over there. The thing I was thinking about APUs actually. So what I bought this week was I bought a Gigabyte B350 ITX board that I'm going to be using for the APU DDR4 stage of Team Cup. And what I was thinking was for Aquamark, I was going to enable, yeah, ignore that. I'm going to actually, this is a pretty stripped OS, so I can safely reuse it for FM2. Okay, hold that thought. I need more USB. Okay, I need chipset drivers as well. My USBs are gone. Which series of chipset is this even? Is this not? It's not the 9 series, not the 8 series. Oh, that's right. They throw it in under A88X. Hold on. No, this is fucked up. So when I go into this page, oh, do I have to go under APU even though... Because I went under chipsets thinking that you could install the chipset driver on its own, if you know what I mean. Like, that sort of makes sense. But under 8 series, you just have the regular non-APU stuff. Okay, so we need the A series, and then it's the 8 series. And then... Ah, so now they break it down by CPU. This side is crap. Sorry to say it, but this... When was there ever an A12? Oh, okay, that was AM4. Okay. So what have we got? We've got a 6800. It's so interesting that it's broken down by chip. So they actually went to the trouble of packaging together the chipset and graphics driver into an individual package per chip, depending on what graphics and chipset combination they had. It seems like. By the way, Windows 7 is probably not going to be the best for this. Let's go with the beta. So I will be testing on Windows 10 as well. I kick off making a USB for that now. I may do it on stream. I'll see. Yeah, I think Windows 10 is going to be best. I'm going to actually kick off that driver download as well. Let's compare like for like, obviously, the betas. There was a competition on this exact chip, and they used Windows 8. So that would lead me to believe that Windows 10 would be potentially even better. I mean, maybe 8 is best, but it seems like at the time there was significant enough difference between 8 and 7 for them to use 7. Yeah, 8, like maybe 8 will be the sweet spot though. Terascale. Come on, Rufus. Okay, let's go to that. A10 6800K Harbor. My Rufus has just crashed. Which I didn't think was possible, but apparently it is. Okay. So, let's see. And the interesting thing about the competition was one of the stages was Firestrike regular, so the exact thing I want to bench now. Evening, ladies and gents. Nice. We have local people on the chat, even though it's kind of an insane hour. Hey, Randy. Welcome. All right. So let's start from the top. Just for the uninitiated and as a recap. Team Cup is the competition I'm benching for. Specifically, the DDR3 section of it. Specifically, the FM2/FM2 Plus APU section of it, which is this stage. So I'm going to go to the stage. USB drivers. Oh, thanks. They should be rolled into the chipset drivers though, surely. Okay. So here we go. Need a verification link, obviously. FM2 and FM2 Plus. I'm using FM2 because FM2 Plus has a cold bug. So even though the GPU is stronger on it, I'm at least hopeful, since I can run this thing at minus 193, the stronger core will make it viable. Chipset drivers are 300 megabytes according to okay. All right, let me get this damn USB driver as well. AMD, why don't you make things easy? All right, enough ranting. All right, so what we need is 3 submissions. So you see it clearly here. Well, you don't, because it's off the side of the stream. Okay, here we go. 3 submissions. So the Ukrainians have 1 submission in at the moment. r/overclocking has 1 submission in. That's my team. And the Mad Shrimps have 1 submission in. Let's have a look at what has been submitted, actually. I am curious while we're waiting for that download. Oh, so Randy in chat has submitted FM2+. In your testing, did you bother to test Windows 10 and Windows 8? 8.1 versus Windows 7. Ooh, you are on 8.1. Maybe that's going to be the next OS I try after 7, if 7 is looking sort of garbage. Okay. Interesting. No, I just did 8.1. Okay. Well, it's a different chip anyway. I have, what is it? This is a 7650K, I think. I have a 7650K as well, so maybe once I bench that, once I come around to benching that again. So anyway, the bench is Firestrike regular. Yeah, everything is kind of self-explanatory. But let's go back to the other competition that was run, which was right here. 7600 non-K. Well, what's the point in benching that? Sorry to be so harsh, but it's not going to be good enough. Alright, so this was the top. So this was Country Cup 2015, I think. Yes, 2015 Firestrike iGPU. So Roddy here got it all the way up to 6.5 gigahertz, and he was on Windows 8.1. Still better than mine. What are you implying? What are you implying? I have a 7650K. Was for fun. Yeah, so these guys were on Samsung, but I really don't want to push memory frequency too much. Even though it has to be said, I'm at 2133, so that's kind of nice without even trying. How's our download looking? 5 minutes left. Let's look at the bench. Wow, it's on a crossblade. No world record, no eat. It's in the middle of the night. I don't plan to eat anytime soon, so it's all good. Okay, our USB driver at least should be downloaded. Oh, I already had that downloaded for whatever reason. Let's unzip that bad boy. And I'm not even out of USB ports, which is great. That usually happens. These are the things that you run out of: SSDs and USB drives and thermal paste. Not cards to bench or CPUs to bench, but just mundane crap. USB drivers, crossblade. That's an interesting thing to put into a submission on HardwareBot, I have to say. So slow to unzip this thing. And we have 3 minutes and 48 seconds left on the download. I have a feeling that slowed down. Surprising how much air the Hyper 212 pushes. Come on. Man. I'm actually getting cold just from air being pushed at me from this rig. All right. I'm excited to install USB drivers. This is my favorite task ever. Hopefully I can get it right. I still can't get over new in box. I'm pretty bad with CPUs, but eventually after sort of 6 months I actually bench them. I have a queue of them to bench, but for somebody to hang on to what is it, a 2014 CPU like that, and it wasn't cheap at the time either. So I just can't figure it out. So yes, now my other USB stick just magically appeared. FX55 new in box. Of course you can always top things. I'm still impressed though. Okay, we're getting places here. We're getting places. Let me install Firestrike. Don't tell me I don't have Firestrike. That would be very embarrassing, I have to say. That would be extremely embarrassing. I can't call myself an overclocker without Firestrike as an installer. Well, I have 3 Mark 2001. But no Firestrike. I have a NAS now, so I'm starting to build up my collection of benches and stuff on the NAS again. Previously I was just running out of space on my laptop. Well, that's good to bench. I might bench like Cinebench and stuff like that while I'm waiting. Get my RAM dialed in. I mean, I like 1.7 VDDR. I might be able to get the RAM up to 2400 strap at least. Alright, where's our Firestrike here? Should have benched Vantage just because it gets more points, or what? Basic edition, yes. .8 gigabytes. Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're yeah. I thought I had 3 Mark. Isn't this is just a wrongly named installer, I think. It's not 3 Mark 11. I think what it's trying to say is 3 Mark version 1.1 and then minor version 100. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I should get Overdrive installed as well. Just assuming the latest Overdrive should do here. I think there's this Turbo V for the crossblade. That's what I used last time. But should I be using two utilities? Yes, I want a shortcut. Let's install 3D Mark in traditional Chinese just to make it easier. What the hell kind of 3D Mark is it? What is this? It looks official. It's probably a virus. I've never seen a 3D Mark installer look like this. Okay, I'm going to shut down my own stream. Yes. Just to make the transfer go faster. Oh, by the way, picked up an AM3 Athlon X4 450 Propus core, unfortunately, not the Zosma that we really want for the competition. And also today, the seller even put that on there. I didn't have to put it there. A 651K FM1 chip, which is going to be so good for GPU Pi stage. Just need a board. If only Christian Ney sent me a damn board. Oh, that's right, I have. Let's cancel this download for a while. What the hell is this? It's going to be shuffling around. Some USB sticks. The next thing I want is the GPU driver. Seriously though, 2 GB chipset drivers for an old platform like that is a bit much. Oh, blame it on Aces, eh? That apparently is the actual 3D Mark. Yeah, well, I don't have GPU drivers yet, so that's not surprising. And my USB stick is full. All right. Let's give it a reboot. Try that 2400 strap. I have my my Dominators in there today, so probably not as good as or rather, yes, the Dominator GTs, probably not as good as my Dominator Platinum Sammys. Let's just try it. Let's just see what happens. I may be surprised. It's looking like a post. Yay. Nine, 12, 12. Well, now that I have an IDE installed, the BCL King should help me there. It's good that it's the weekend. What a busy week. It's been obviously that one single port there isn't working. It's always fun. Yay. We're almost ready to bench. Believe it or not. After all these difficulties. If only I weren't so blind. Oh, so what I was saying earlier was there's also a DDR4 APU stage. I'm gonna see how I can figure out a way to run that 240 hertz on my 240 hertz monitor. The board I have, I'm gonna show you the board. Let's not fuck around here. Gigabyte B350N. So that's the board. Is there no way to... I mean, VRM seems okay. Not that I care about VRMs. So there we go. We actually do have DisplayPort, which is very nice, because usually high refresh rate is a little bit more likely to be possible on a DisplayPort than a HDMI, because you need HDMI 2.0, which is a more recent standard than I think DisplayPort 1.4 or 1.3. Okay, so this installer is telling me that there's Radeon settings. Yeah, so HDMI is dead. Yeah, great. DisplayPort 1.2. Okay. Let's settle this then. Where's the comparison? Okay. Oh, here's all the different data rates. Okay. 1080p DisplayPort 1.2 is supported at 240 hertz. Very nice. Very, very nice. In contrast, HDMI, as suspected, where's our refresh rates? Maximum character rate. That's not the same though. Max samples per channel, sample size. Well, this is all very just useless. Oh, here we go. So 240 hertz is supported on version 2, as like I said. I would have to drop down to 144. Okay, that settles it. DisplayPort it is. Nice. Okay, I'm definitely going to run 240 hertz. Whether it's going to make a difference or not on the I haven't even decided on which APU I'm getting. Reduced color. Oh, it's a yeah. I mean, I won't be streaming it anyway because streaming it reduces the performance. I'd have to point a camera. Whether, yeah, that should be fine either way. Okay, I'm going to install. I don't care about the audio driver. I don't want the problem reporting wizard. Drag and drop transcoding. I just want radio settings and the display driver. Yeah, no, DisplayPort is fine. The other thing is, when I tried it on the 980 Ti, DisplayPort drops out earlier. On an APU too as well. Because I thought it had to do with the circuitry inside of cards, but I would imagine, okay, on anything. Well, then I'll just have to do more testing. I'll have to have a look to see what the difference between 120 and 144 and 240 is on that particular chip, on that particular. Well, the tricky thing is I won't be able to know that until I'm cold. Fuck it, I'll just connect both. Let's put it this way. My monitor takes both. I'll have both ready to go. But when I tried it, so the way it works is the monitor has two HDMI inputs and a DisplayPort input. And one of the HDMI inputs is 2.0 and the other isn't. So just naively the other day I had the 980 Ti in and I connected HDMI and the driver wouldn't give me the option of 240 hertz. I think it finished at 120 even, not even 144. Whereas DisplayPort was plug and play. But yeah, that's good to know that it drops out earlier. This driver install is taking forever. Well, that's actually alright, since I'm still downloading 3D Mic. Even though I think this installer will be alright. The one that I didn't know what it was. OC the monitor. I'm not going to OC above 240 hertz. That's insane to do on LN2. 240 hertz will be fine. I'm going to check whether I even need 240 hertz, but I'm not going to OC the monitor. I could for Intel stuff, but AMD ain't fast enough. This is turning into a bit of a bash. Sorry. I don't intend that. That's just how this stream is turning out. But yeah. For legacy benches, Intel is just outputs a few more frames than AMD. Let's put it this way. Come on, driver installer. We don't have all night, you know. Still showing 0 drop frames. I wonder how accurate that really is. Restart now. No, I don't want to download latest drivers. This is the latest driver. Let's bump up the BCLK by 5, let's say, while we're restarting anyway. Ooh, it's actually quite a lot in terms of DRAM frequency, but That's fine. Getting hungry for some reason. That's bad timing at 2:30 at night. Can't even call that a midnight snack anymore. Okay. Just so I don't forget it, assistant info is useful. Well, completely and utterly required for this competition. Glad to see I haven't scared everybody off yet. Okay, that doesn't work at all. Let's check out the situation with the overdrive. I thought overdrive was the way to overclock this GPU. I suppose I could use Afterburner. Seems a bit odd, but you know. So for people just joining, this is installing overclocking utilities and overclocking benches with Unity OC without actually overclocking. That's the purpose of this stream, apparently. Okay, let's give Afterburner a shot. Side-by-side configuration. Okay, then shut it yourself down. That's fine. I didn't ask for that, but all right. Possibly today I'll cross 1,000 views on stream. That's kind of interesting. Reason to celebrate. It was there we go. I think it was Visual C that was required for MSI Afterburner. This process may take a few moments. An hour remaining on my 3D Mac download. I'll run Cinebench or something. Should be fun. I've never actually had the few moments take as long as this before on this installer. GPU pie. I mean, why not? Why not? Let's see. Let us actually see. what we can get up to with this 8670D. No VR mark results. That's interesting. Okay. No GPU Pi results. Are you actually kidding me? That's a disgrace. What has the overclocking community been doing for the last 20 years? We need GPU Pi results on every damn chip out there. Let's get Turbo V installed. Still waiting on an answer, Bilko, for the weird batches thing, or a theory at least. Usually it works without restart. All right. Clearly we're not happy. Those batches, the APU batches, what is going on with them? Why is the first half of the year better than the second half of the year? I can also run what I'm looking at here now is the GPU Pi rankings. You don't know why. You probably do, you just can't tell me. It's all classified. You know, this is the kind of information that's really, really classified because, you know, this chip is really relevant nowadays. It's not exclusive to APUs. It's not Ryzen though. Ryzen is the other way around. So on the chip we can run version 3.3, and on the iGPU nobody has bothered to do anything, which is just highly disappointing, I have to say. Okay, let me restart my capture card, or rather go into the right view. Piledriver. Okay. My GPU is currently showing -8 degrees. That's always a good sign. Never check for updates. So I can reduce, but I can't increase the core clock. That's great. And yes, okay, that's completely useless. Okay, I'm gonna have to get correct version of Turbo V. The 212 is, yeah, memory is DRAM. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Okay. We don't really have any in-OS overclocking to speak of at the moment. I can get Turbo V going at least. I mean, it was showing 800 and something. Let's go 950. Let's just see what happens with 950 while I'm waiting for yet more downloads to complete. Without my streaming piece, no, there we go. Oh, that was a bit of an anticlimax. Does it lock into 950 though? Like, shouldn't it now adjust for the fact that I've changed the APU frequency. How does this crap work? Okay. This is a little bit of a deja vu, the fact that I'm downloading Turbo V here again. I have a feeling I did that last time I was streaming on this board. BCLK adds to it. I don't like doing maths in my head though. That looks like a boot loop-ish sort of arrangement. Yeah, just gonna cold boot the board. And yes, overclocking failed. That's quite an obvious observation, but still a welcome one. 230 megabytes for AI suite. $18. All right, we can run GPU Pi in that time frame. It may be the memory. Let's see. After that, I'm going to boot into Windows and do my GPU Pi thing. Northbridge frequency. Okay. Yeah, next I'm gonna lower back down the APU frequency again. Volts. Okay. Might be memory too though. DRAM. Maybe DDA. Let's drop back down the BCLK for now. See what that does. Okay. That's something. Now I'm going to attempt to go up on GPU only. You don't know aces. Yeah, nobody knows aces. At least for APU stuff. Okay, so that was memory. I'm happy with 2500 memory. That's okay. Gonna try one higher strap and then I'm gonna go into just GPU Pi. We'll see. One gigahertz on the iGPU. One whole gigahertz. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I'm gonna make it a thing to watch videos at the end, beginning and end of every stream. Be a good way to sort of break things up. And the middle, to be honest, when I'm waiting for a download to finish or GPU Pi 32B. Okay. Well, it didn't seem far away from booting. So in terms of voltages, we have North Bridge, DRAM, South Bridge, APU. Let's go with APU. Let's go. Okay, what's 1.8 is the max. 1.5 is still considered high. Let's go 1.35. Yay. Purple is always a good color for Asus biases. They're sort of trying to tell you, look, you're pushing it. You're being a bit naughty, but you're not going to kill anything. That's sort of the idea behind purple. Red is, I hope to fuck you're throwing LN2 on this, otherwise you're being a complete idiot and you're going to kill something. In general. Damn, it's cold in here. I just got rid of my heater thinking, it's spring, I don't need the heater in the bench room anymore. Unless on you're on 990 FX. So how do the colors go on 990 FX? Yeah, that helped. That did something. Okay, where's our wonderful GPU pie? I have Legacy over here. Where's our benches? Nah, Legacy isn't going to be good enough. How's everyone else's benching going? Yay, there's our... Oh. We need that for CPU. This is so confusing. My simple mind can't process the fact that we're just good to go here. Alright, let's go regular GPU pie. 1B. Ugh, not move. How come I only have the CPU here? Not the GPU. Drivers installed. Okay, let's install the SDK then. Maybe the SDK is still required. Doesn't seem to make any sense, but yeah. Yeah, 8670D. There we go. Yeah, legacy version maybe. I would have thought like the only times that I've switched to legacy was when the regular version crashed. I've never had the situation where it didn't even detect a GPU or CPU. But yeah, let's just try it. Nothing would surprise me. No, still can't find it. That's a bummer. Okay, so what's missing on the CPU then? On the CPU there are no 3.3. Yeah, but like this is a 2014 chip. I mean, all right, but there's no 3.3 results on the CPU. So let's go for that. Ugh. No CUDA, no OpenCL. What a load of crap. What kind of iGPUs has AMD been churning out relatively recently? I betcha the CPU will require legacy as well, just to top it off. What kind of an overclock are we? So we're 5% overclocked essentially because I haven't changed the mult. I would have thought that overdrive would work on this sort of system, but all right, let's just put in a stock run. Okay. Oh, okay, that's LN2. So he was doing 4M64. Let's try that. Illegal. What's so illegal about it? Higher info off. Run confirmation. Yeah. Okay, so apparently regular GPU Pi runs. So just to confirm that we're not in some sort of a weird situation where nothing runs, let's do that. And I should be showing this. Okay, so that's regular GPU Pi 3.2. I'm not that far off the guy because he's on known version 2.2. He's at 47 seconds. Maybe I can catch him. Exciting stuff. No GPU Pi on this GPU. One minute and two. Alright, let's not open multiple windows at the same time. Let's not get too crazy with the CPU Z. Thanks for that. Let's up it a couple of mults. Oh, there's the North Bridge frequency. Okay. The North Bridge frequency can be lowered to allow more OC margin for the memory, or higher to boost memory performance. Note that the relative ratio between the North Bridge frequency and the memory frequency has to be 1.25:1 or bigger for proper operation system. That all sounded great until the end when it went into really broken English. 1.25:1 or bigger. So that would mean we're talking kind of like 3.3 gigahertz or something for that. Okay, auto seems like a good idea there. Let's go 46 and 1.35. Well, I posted. Three Mark is literally the biggest download in all of overclocking. I don't know how I didn't have a copy of it, especially on probably would have been better off restoring another image that had it installed, but I'll get there in the end. 40 minutes remaining. So we're running 3.2. Just confirming our frequency as well. I'm getting a validation. 4.8. Blue screen. Gonna give it a few more volts. Go 1.4. It's probably gonna make it worse, to be honest. Alright, let's try lower. Ooh. I can't see this. Must have hung now because... Oh, I can. Alright, let's go one mult lower and then give it a run. Well, I'm glad this chip is alive and came out of box today. This is just I think 325 was alright. Someone actually ran Godzilla 4K on this chip. Interesting to see these shutdowns. Almost seem like OCP, which doesn't make any sense, but let's run GPU Pi. I doubt the validation actually saved, but I'm gonna have a look. Nope. Well, without XOC mode enabled, it's gonna be hard, isn't it? Yay. Let's try and get under 1 minute at least. Heading off. Come on, I thought you'd stay up all night. No, I'm just joking. Thanks for joining and giving me some tips on APUs. See you around. Is that a crash on batch 7? No, it isn't. Still going strong. Come on, give me the 11. I'm going to start at 32B after this. Just over 1 minute. That's unfortunate. Shaved a second off of it. So slow to open up as well. let's try 3.3 one more time. 100M, hardware info off, run confirmation. Maybe tiny batch sizes and stuff work. It's looking promising, somewhat. Alright. 32B it is then. Or what, rather 1B. Let's throw on a video while that's going on. I think I'm not going to make it to the end of the download of Firestrike.
This guy, he was playing data. Holy shit, he's like so good. That's my man. This is probably best actor.
This is the official overclocking song. Is that Karamik too? What a bad taste. Loving the frustrated throw of the styrofoam cup there. What chip is that? Nice thermometer. That's a pretty retro looking BIOS. Yay XP. My favorite. Maximus 3 formula. Never heard of that board. I'm sure it exists, but yeah, kind of an odd one. Odd thermos. What is he even doing? Is that an extraction device? Yeah.
Alright, double up with them.
Why the Star Trek reference? That's an odd one. F10 is a very essential thing to put into an overclocking music video. Disabling the hybrid prefetcher is something I haven't heard somebody do yet. Nice looping there. Not sure what this is got to do with overclocking. Oh, he's okay. He's tuning his car. His 67-inch car. The lyrics are a little bit repetitive, I have to say. We're on batch 9 in GPU Pi. 1.6 V-Core. Getting places. Not sure which IC loves 1.5 DRAM though. Seems low for DDR1, 2, and 3, and 4. Gloves are a bad idea for an N2. It's getting the alcohol out. QPI. Maybe 775? LJ775? Going back to auto. Running out of ideas, it seems. H55M. It's a bit ridiculous. you get the idea. Here's the official overclocking song. And the username for YouTube is Kim's Nail Shop. Didn't know they did overclocking in nail shops. Oh, here's a Superfly run. 5 minutes loop 15. Okay. That's gonna do it for me tonight, guys. I'm struggling here, and well, the stream has struggled as well. That's Livestream 26. I may restream the exact same thing, but this time actually Firestrike. Here's my GPU Pyron on batch 13. But I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you for watching. Thanks for helping me debug my audio levels and so on. Until next time.